Okay, we're up here in Amherst. Had to wait for long, guys, to clear up. It's an old gutter job, spike and furrow, and these gutters probably need to be cleaned at least 5 to 6 times a year. So, and I know the customer's probably not in good condition to do that. So, what we're finding out is that almost every single corner we're going to have to go at least 3 to 4 feet each way to take the fascia board apart. And the soffit's going to come down with it, so we're going to give them the price to replace that with plywood and new 1x6 fascia board, and we'll have everything primed. I'll give them a coat of paint. I'll give them the brown paint because they can't find a painter to come and do it, so we're going to do that. But you can see almost every single corner, when that downspout plugs up, the water can't go anywhere, so it sits in this miter, and where these seams are, it just leaks right into the wood, and you can see it's all just punked out and rotting out, and that's how important the gutters are. Another thing that's a problem here is these are all just residential 2x3 downspouts. These gutters, even if they're staying clean, they need to have bigger downspout reliefs. It would be nice to have 6-inch gutters on this house, because all of this main, most of it goes that way and the one goes to the back. So that being said, I'm going to give them the options for obviously the complete gutters with the replacement of the wood and the fascia board. So we got some punked out fascia here at the bottom of his crown, but the problem is we take that apart, that crown is also in a bad shape. I'm not going to have any number for that in there. That's something that really needs to be removed and redone, possibly in a polyvinyl, and not wood, because that's constantly getting exposed to the weather elements, and just a simple pine is going to do that the same within the next 4 to 5 years. It's rotting out. We got a couple of corners that aren't leaking, so we don't have an issue at this corner. We don't have an issue at this corner, but we do at that one. We've got an issue at this end cap here, and we got an issue at that corner, and we have an issue at that corner. So those are the corners that we're going to be addressing. Like I said, probably as much as 4 foot each way. By the time you do your 16-inch on center tails, we're going to end up having to come out 4 foot to get a good bite. This one just got bad fascia. The soffit doesn't look like a problem, but a lot of times that soffit wants to come down with it. So I'm also going to give them the option, in lieu of replacing the, going ahead and getting all of that soffit replaced with wood, there's a substantial savings if we just replace the fascia board, and that's rotted right out. And then just trim off the overhangs. And then, of course, obviously enlarge these downspouts to a bigger 3x4 commercial size. There's no difference in cost in enlarging the downspouts, so that's not an issue. Back on the patio here, right from that satellite dish over to just about that window, the overhanging gutters are falling right off. So, and birds are getting in there. So we got about 12 to 15 foot here that's got to be addressed. And then, of course, we got our small gutter here. They had a problem with a window leak here. This second layer of roofing never got tarred to the aluminum siding. Here's one case where your only option is tar, unless you're going to take and flash and cut and counter flash. But that ship has sailed. You can't do it. But to buy them some time, I'm going to recommend tarring all of these sections where the shingles butt to the aluminum siding. And then, of course, obviously, if we can look at doing the overhangs depending on their budget, but it's something that is definitely sellable. That lower and this lower has no problems. This upper one is obviously falling right apart. You can see that. So we're gonna have to go at least 4 foot each way there, and again enlarge that downspout to 3x4. This whole garage only has one downspout on it, which is another problem. If you look at this gutter, this gutter is mispitched. This gutter is low at this end cap. I can see it according to the roof and the fascia. So this has been leaking for quite some time here. But again, I'm going to give them the option to tar the roofing to the siding. This is all punked out and rotted out here. What I would like to do is, if I can, I would like to take and possibly bring a piece of PVC up out of here with a Y, so I can come down, maybe put a downspout at this one to come over into here, or possibly another double one here two 3x4 spouts, one collecting there and one collecting the uppers to get into this drain tile. And again, in between the cleanings, them drain tiles getting clogged up, that could create a real big expense. So water's the enemy. We got to keep it out, and that's what we're here to do. That's what I've been doing for 40 years. So I know I don't look that old. Then we got some birds we got to deal with. Got a few little eggs. We're gonna wait for them guys to hatch. But here you can see this corner's all punked up. I don't know if it's easy to see on the brown, but that's what we're gonna do. I'm surprised that they didn't run a downspout on that upper down into this lower, you know, off the front roof to help drain into here to help relieve some of that on that upper. And then we're gonna obviously, without a doubt, give them the option for the gutter helmet, which has some great offers going on this time of the year. So that's where we're at.